Lilo Brancato. I've heard you talk about him before when he got in trouble himself because he was a star coming up at a young age and he didn't know how to handle it. Good-looking guy. He does a movie like Bronx Tale. He's partying. He's everywhere. Right. Women are all over him. What happened to him? He's out right now. I know he's out. But what happened with his story?
What happened was he was 16 years old. I mean, it was too much too soon, And he believed all the press reviews and everything, and he just acted terrible and got involved with drugs. He became a junkie, and it was funny because as the years were going on, I used to say to him, I said, Lilo, you were in the quintessential movie about not wasting your life, and that's
wasted talent,
and that's exactly what you're doing.
Wow.
I said, do you realize that you're living the movie?
Yeah. What was his response?
No, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be cool. Yeah. 3 weeks before it happened, he came to my house because he wanted me to do write a movie about this guy, and he was stoned. I said, Lilo, it's going to happen sooner or later. 3 weeks later, a big report on the news that a cop died, was shot. He was with the guy, and that was it.
Are you still in touch with him?
No, I don't speak to him anymore. I tried for 10 years to talk to him, and now, look, he's a talented kid. He could have been a big star, but my friendship is over with him. But I wish him well. I hear he straightened his life out. I think that's great. I hear he helps kids. I think that's great, and I wish him well.
Did you look at him as a son at some point? Or?
No.
Okay.
No.
Chaz, how often does that happen? Where do you see like not being able to manage the limelight? Is there what comes with the limelight? I mean, when you get the limelight, okay. So, for example, you're doing theater, right? You're doing all this and great.
Right.
How many people are in the audience, by the way? 500,000, 10,000, 5,000?
No, most 25, 3,000.
Let's say 2,500 to 3,000 people. There's a big difference between 2,500 to 3,000 to 50 million people watching your movie, right? It's a big, big difference. What happened the moment Bronx Tale became a hit and you were nominated for the Academy? What happens to your life? What happened overnight to your life?
It was amazing.
Can you walk us through that?
I was totally unknown. I was an actor, but I was totally unknown. The next minute, I remember we're flying to Paris. I'm on a private jet with Bob, and we're flying to Paris, and he's sleeping in one bed, and I'm sleeping in the other, and I wake up, and I just looked at him, sleeping there. I look out the window, blackness, and I went, wow. And here I was, like, months before, and now I'm on a private jet with Bob De Niro, And I got up, I'll never forget it, and there was a guy just sitting there reading. He was like the butler, And I said, do you have any, I was a little hungry. I said, do you have any, like, finger food or something like that? I'm a little hungry. I was never on a private jet before. And he said, what would you like to eat? You want some pancakes or French toast or something? And I was like, pancakes, French toast? I'll make you an omelet, and I'm like...
I get some salted peanuts, some pretzels.
That's what I want the salted peanut. Cookie, right? He goes, no. All of a sudden, he opens up the table. He puts the white tablecloth. He puts a rose there on a thing. And, sets this beautiful table up. I'm sitting there, and he's cooking, and he's making me pancakes, and I'm eating scrambled eggs, and I'm eating, and I look over, and Bob is sleeping, and I go, all right, Chaz. I go, but you belong here. But I said that to myself. I said, you belong here. It's okay. Yeah. But that was a moment. It's funny you brought that up, Patrick. That was one of the first moments that I was like, yeah.
Wow.
And then we got off the plane in France, in Paris, and there was this giant wall with Bob's face and my face looking at each other. It's that poster.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Pull up the poster, by the way. That's one of the sickest posters. Yeah.
I'll forget
when
that.
you interviewed Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And he was the world champion, and you asked a question which is giving me sort of vibes like this. You said, when did you know you would be the champion? And he says, what was his response when he was 14 years old? Sometimes you have to be the champion.
You have to believe you're a champion before you become a champion.
Yes.
There's a lot of similarities there.
Is that basically how you knew you would be this famous actor?
There's a saying, you have to go there in the mind before you can go there physically. It's like when people train, like Navy SEALs, why they train so much. And when they get into the shit, they're there already because they trained it.
Yeah.
They're there. So you have to go there in your mind. So I always already pictured myself working with great people.
At what age did that mindset start?
God, I wanted to be an actor at 10, probably in my 11, 12, 13.
So when you're 38 and that $250,000 check comes, you're thinking, no, I'm going to hold out.
The only person that I ever got starstruck, and I worked with all of them, the biggest stars. The only person who I could never get over who he was Frank Sinatra.
Wow.
That's the only one.
You've been on set with Sofia Vergara, not starstruck even a little bit?
Sophia Loren.
No, she's a beautiful person.
What was the interaction
Sofia
with Sinatra?
Vergara is not Sophia Loren.
Yeah,
it's a very big difference.
Exactly.
Sinatra, every time I was with him, I would just kind of just put my head down and go, Frank Sinatra, man.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.